We are live with Sentimiento Latino number 79. I'm Live VIP and I'm here with DallyCat.
Oh.
Have we casted together before?
Not in an official capacity. I think the only time we got close was a couple of our VTL matches as a team way back.
Yeah.
But that was like only to the team. However, if you do follow any of the other CranKy Duckling events, you may have run into me casting with Steel Mold a couple of times and occasionally Carewin as well.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, this is the first time you're going to be casting this event though, Sentimiento Latino.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what do you know about this tournament?
I know that it's focused around South American players mostly. Other than that, I'm not even sure what happened to make you need me here today. Like, I know there's a whole bunch of other people who are normally doing this. What happened, Light?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Discord decided to die on us an hour or so
that
before.
Was an interesting thing.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Kura is normally handling production, but you know, I jumped on it as she's unavailable. And normally Yoda Slim is casting, but he is also unavailable at the moment. So yeah, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try and do this. There's no Brazilian cast today.
Goodness gracious, it's just everything's.
Yeah. So, and it's the last Sentimental Latino of the year, so I definitely wanted to go live regardless. Yeah. In chat, do let me know if the audio levels are a bit, aren't where they should be, as I'm not prepared.
So, normally I would be checking that, but I can't, otherwise y'all will hear it.
Yeah. But it does look like Darking, our wonderful Latin American admin, is starting the tournament. He's just getting everything ready. Yeah, he he has a certain way of admitting, as you can see. It's he's very thorough.
I can't see anything. I don't know.
Oh, join OSC, the OSC chat channel.
Capitals, or is it just OSC?
Yeah, just capital OSC.
Am I in the right place? There's 17 people in here.
Yep.
Yep, there you are. Okay.
And as I was mentioning, yeah, this is the last Sentimiento Latino of the year. Especially because for the following weeks, it's going to be Copa America. And, they're not going to try and clash with that. That's like the big, like, Latin American event of the year, So that will be taking place instead. And because it's the last one of the year, they have an increased prize pool as well. And $10 is going to a random player. So, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh god, the puns are starting. By random player, we mean a random participant, not a random race player.
Quirky, how are audio levels? I can't check. Also, he says resize the bracket.
I am not sure the bracket is final. It's a massive bracket.
Yeah, just shrink it.
Yeah, hold on. I will link it so you can see it as well. I don't know if you have it available to you.
That would be appreciated. Although I'm not going to know who any of these players are, more than likely. Thank you. But Oh, wow. Discord is taking forever for messages to go through. That is a gigantic bracket. Oh my god. Are these all best of threes? All right, I'm telling you this right now. I won't be here for all of this. It still says preview, so. Darking really likes his caps. Let me turn my game sound down a bit. What region should I set to? Okay. If they speak English. Okay. Cool. Quirky says audio is good. Anybody on just on the current bracket that you know you would want to go for the first round? Hmm. Okay. Hmm. I believe so. Yes. I'm not. I think I remember saying his name. That was a while ago, though. The first half of Nation Wars was a while ago, and I haven't watched any of the second half. And then for me either, it's like middle of the night, and then it runs through early into the morning. It's always a hype tournament, though. It's like you get to see people you don't normally. Yeah, I figure I'll go. I'll probably go back and watch the second half when it's done, just in its entirety. Quirky's asking if you are muted. No, he's
I
not.
have been muted. God, I've been talking this entire time. Oof. Okay.
You've been
my
talking
bad.
to me.
Yeah. I was muted in OBS. Thank you for catching that. I was talking about the tournament. I was talking about everything. I thought I unmuted in OBS, but I did not. Yeah. All right. Well, you know what that means, Dally? That means we can talk about everything we just talked about.
Oh no, I don't even remember.
This is the last tournament of the year. This is I should say the last Sentimiento Latino of 2019. And because of that, there's an increased prize pool and $10.
Hold on. Brackets are done.
Yes, brackets are done, and they are much smaller than they were before.
Oh wow.
It's a lot more digestible. I like it. I'm cool with this.
Where would you like to start?
So apparently Darking has Shelby and Druid map set up for us. Or at least he let them know. So if you can message them, make sure they use WCS Game Heart. And I will tweet the tournament. But yeah, that's my bad for, for being muted at the beginning. Okay, here we go. Boom. Something I do really appreciate is Darking likes, after he knows what we're casting, he likes messaging us like I guess fun facts about the players. So Shelby was number 4 for Team Peru in Nation Wars this year. So he was the sub, I guess.
Ah.
So confirmation he is a Peruvian player. Oh, actually both players are from Peru. Ah, okay. Good to know.
I got in contact with Druid because I don't see the other person, and they said they will set up the lobby in just a moment. So we're good to go.
Sweet. Hopefully the other player does log in. Does play.
They may just be using a different display name. I wouldn't know.
For true. And you know what that means? That means I need to resize this again. Nice.
Okay, cool to know. I will set to that. Yeah, Druid says he doesn't see his opponent either. You might want to poke Darking about that and be like, I think he's still looking for someone too. Mm-hmm. Ah, okay. Shelby is streaming and is AFK. He'll be here in a moment, according to Darking.
Yes.
So, since we're just sitting here, do you want to go over all those things you said while you were muted, so I don't look like I'm crazy and was talking to myself?
Yeah, I think I was muted when I was specifying like which players can actually compete in the tournament, which
Oh, like you were
is
muted, like the whole. You were muted for why I'm here, what happened to everybody else, why there's no Brazilian cast. You were muted for, um, like all of that. You were
yeah,
muted when you were talking about the brackets.
nice, nice. So where do I begin? Okay, so this is the first time I'm casting with Dally.
Oh.
Dally being gracious enough to join me today, as unfortunately our regular caster Yoda wasn't available and our regular production Kuro also wasn't available. But because this is the last Sentimiento Latino of the year, I wanted to get in here and provide a class regardless, especially because there isn't a Brazilian or a Spanish class today. I'm not sure as to why. Maybe they were also having issues with Discord, but yeah. So we are here with Sentimiento Latino, and this is the last Sentimiento Latino of the year because in the following weeks we have Copa America, which we will be casting as well in English, actually. And I have confirmation that Shelby is in fact back, so we will be casting Shelby. And yeah, we'll just have to wait for the players to do vetoes first, and then we'll join. Shelby. Which means I need to update casting tool, because I'm also doing that. Shelby versus Druid map. Matt's even. Part of me kind of wishes that we could add flags to casting tool. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, or like have flags show up in game or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Phoenix.
Actually, hey Phoenix, I'm kind of worried. I think there may be a hotkey that mutes me, and I'm accidentally pressing that. I think that's what's happening. I
You need to figure out what that is right now.
Yeah. There it is. Numpad number 5. That's what's happening. Okay. Tis unbound.
Here's our invite.
Oh. Sweet, we're getting into game. What are the races of these players?
I don't know yet. I'll tell you when I'm in the lobby.
Sweet.
Uh-oh. Are you in the lobby?
No. I was worried because it said they were in game, but they aren't. They're just in lobby.
Let's see if I can join off of you. There we go.
Yeah.
They're both Terran.
Oh, nice. Okay. Both Terran.
Masters 2 Terran and a Masters 1 Terran.
Yep. And Shelby is from Alpha X.
Mm-hmm. The Latino branch, I assume, by the LA.
Yeah.
There's another Alpha X person in here that's just Alpha X, too.
Search.
And I know TSOP is something, but I don't remember what it is.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. Finally getting into game. Nice, my scene switcher is working. We have our lovely in-game logo as well, made by Krupp. I don't know if you've seen it. It's pretty nice.
I have not.
It's pretty slick. Okay. Here we have in the top left-hand corner of the map, representing Peru, which is quite nice, representing Terran as well, representing TSOP, which I'm not too sure what the clan is, but we have Druv Matty.
And here, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, in the lovely pink trunks, we have also playing Terran for some branch of Alpha X, Shelby.
Okay, so we know all about Terran, don't we? We know exactly what's going on, right?
How many minerals does a command center cost?
Look, we don't need to talk about that. All right, that's not. That's fine. We don't need to talk about that.
So, I'm sure most of you know at this point, Light is a Zerg player. I play all 3 races. However, Terran is definitely the one I'm most inexperienced with, and I don't know how TVT works at all. So this is gonna be interesting.
Yep. It's gonna be quite a thing. Oh, he's attacking the guy. I like to think he was going for a gas steal. That's what I'd like to think. But we do have already some diverging builds, which is quite interesting. Druid going for a double gas already. Kind of double
going
gas.
For a fast factory.
Yeah. Very fast factory. Meanwhile, we have Shelby going for
an expansion.
Yeah, I guess more
just
of a
basic Reaper expand.
Yeah. So are we gonna see Cyclone come out? I imagine.
Maybe. He also hasn't walled off his main at all.
Yeah. You could argue that you don't need to, but oh my god, he's gonna win the Reaper war. He needs to get away.
That Reaper's gonna get in and get a scout if it turns.
Yeah. But he does get warded away though. Like he can't. I don't think he wants to risk going in. And if he,
Hellions with no. He's going for just Reaper Hellion with no add-ons.
Okay.
So early pressure, I guess.
Yeah. He got a second Reaper as well, so he will be able to. Maybe even he won't be able to deny the CC, but he could delay mining down here, especially since there are only Marines coming out. Like, it's not going to be enough.
There might be a tank, but that'll take a little bit to get out.
Yeah. Here we go, especially with these 2 Reapers and a Hellion. I can't imagine Shelby winning this fight. Yeah.
No way. But Drew's not going to do that much damage here.
I mean, he gets into the main.
Yeah, he's going to be annoying with the Reapers. He might kill some Marines, but he's not really going to get any economic damage.
It's some nice macro though, by the way. And the second Hellion shows up as well.
Because once this tank pops out and the Marines hop out to support it, he's fine. Just don't siege up and hit your SCVs. That would be bad.
Yeah. Oh, the surround with the SCVs though. He's going to trap him.
Nice. 3 SCVs died.
That was some pretty good defense, not gonna lie. But despite that, you know, we do have Druid already ahead in workers. Like, I think he did what he wanted to do, right? Like,
yeah, considering he got a later CC, that's quite a thing. And he's gonna have a Cyclone and a Raven out for defense to deal with this little excursion across the map.
Yeah, the Raven especially is gonna be so good, like denying any pressure that comes with this tank. There is a second tank on the way though, but it's not going to be here for this push. I don't even know if Shelby should be doing this. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Sure, please.
TSOP is a Chilean team.
Oh.
So Pipa? So I do not speak.
I'll check after this game.
SOPAPIA.
Okay.
And then Alpha X, the Alpha X is Alpha X Latin, LATAM, which is the rest of Latin America.
Yep, for sure. But yeah, Shelby did manage to catch out a couple of Marines that were out of position, and with both tanks here.
Game paused.
Oh, Drew having some latency issues.
We are on Eastern.
Yeah, we are on East, so must be an issue on his end. But with this Raven, he should be I don't know. Like, he only has enough energy to Matrix. Yeah.
Like, I personally would pull my SCVs back up into my main and just wait for my tank and the second Raven that's coming out. Because there's just... with what he has available right now, he can't push off Shelby's push.
You could argue that maybe he can clear out the Marines with a missile turret, but the Raven is being watered away by the Vikings.
The Raven has to run from the Vikings. Like,
yeah.
He's gonna get one of them with the lock-on, which is nice.
Nice. Yeah, and he's repairing with his SCVs too.
He's getting his tank out.
Yeah, and he has his own tank out. He needs to siege up though. Oh, he's still not sieged.
He's not going to be able to get in the range. He's going to pull into the tank fire.
Matrix, keep the missile turrets.
I don't know.
He lands the Vikings as well.
Game paused.
Oh my god, he pauses. What's happening?
A game in slow motion.
Yeah. Okay, all right. We can analyze. He's going to be able to kill one of the tanks, which is almost dead with the SCVs.
I think one Viking's going to die to a tank shot as well.
Oh, yeah. But
that landed Viking, if the tank shoots that SCV, will also die.
But there will be one Viking left, and I think that's going to clear things up.
And I think that's going to be enough to kill the SCVs that are fighting the tanks over here. Because landed Viking DPS is kind of crazy.
In saying that, though, there are 2 Marines on the way coming down the ramp, so...
there's also a Raven with energy. The second Raven that he made is here.
Oh, okay. Drew it, please!
Never mind.
I don't know if they're going to want to remake... or if Droop's internet issues are too much.
I don't know if you can remake from that position.
Yeah.
I mean, you could maybe, like, not remake, but what's it called?
Reload from replay. Yeah. Sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah.
I was like, I doubt they're going to let them start the whole game over.
TSFP, Team Sopapia. Okay. It's a little bit interesting that a Peruvian player is on a Chilean team. But I imagine that's also because I don't think there are any like Peruvian specific teams.
I mean, I'm an American playing on an Australian team.
We're not an Australian team. Kura's in Poland. God damn it. But yeah. It's cool to see, regardless. Chilean team supporting others in the region.
Mm-hmm. Oh, getting invited into a lobby again.
Oh, okay. Is it a different map?
Yeah, it's World of Sleepers.
Ah,
So
okay.
I guess Droop's just taking the loss.
Yeah, which is a little bit unfortunate, especially because it was due to internet issues.
Yeah, and I do think he could have at least gotten through that by the skin of his teeth. The thing is, he would have been down. Just looking at the cast because it's behind a little bit on my second monitor. He would have been down about 10 workers after that, and a complete army reset for both sides. So he would have been in trouble.
Yeah, for sure. But like, despite that, I did like his opening. Like, he did manage to get damage done.
The only thing I think he would have been in a little bit of a better situation if he cut like one Hellion or one Reaper and started making an add-on a little sooner. Because if he could have gotten his Raven or his tank or either of those out faster, he could have held this initial push a little bit better because he was basically forced to deal with trickle and reinforcements. Basically.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, especially because his second Hellion didn't really do anything. Like, it was just like attacking the supply depot, trying to get up the ramp, but like didn't.
It got in there after the attack was over.
Yeah.
And I do know it's pretty standard for like openers in TBT to go like 3 Hellions, 2 Reapers or something like that. So it's not that unusual. It's just when he saw how much damage he was getting done, he should have changed it up.
Yeah, for sure. And it was also unfortunate that he did get a couple of Marines, caught out of position as well when the push came. So he wasn't in the best spot that he could have been. But we are. Yeah, we do have both players in the lobby, both players ready. Just letting them know we're good to go.
Or not.
Shelby, please.
You want to poke Darking and be like, question mark?
I mean, Shelby might be having some issues. Oh, Darking did just message me. Shelby had something come up. And he's forfeiting the rest of the series. I mean, yeah, he was AFK at the start of the tournament and stuff. Like, I don't know if he has other commitments, but yeah. And Darking did say that he may be able to make it back in time for the lower bracket, as there is a lower bracket. Yeah. Congrats to Druid. GG.
All right.
Yeah, he moves on to face Star Master in the next round. Draw mat, I mean.
What do I have a message about on here now? CranKy, why are you sending things in freaking the? What is this? It's not even loading for me, so I'm not gonna bother.
Okay. Yeah, Discord is still having some issues.
Oh,
But
no, he put
we.
it in the Blizzard app.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's like what?
But we do have two options available to us. I'm just
Mhm.
messaging them. Okay. Never mind. Eric is AFK, I think, so we're gonna try and follow Drop into his match versus Star Master.
Star Master is here.
Yes. Star Master, I'm not sure if he is Brazilian, but he is on a Brazilian team. Oh, yep. He's Brazilian. Okay. Just got confirmation.
In the meantime, Bambilla beat Link Solidus, and that put Link down in the bottom bracket, waiting on the results of whoever ends up against Zerglord by the look of things.
Yep, for sure. And yeah, we will be getting into a TVZ next.
Hey, that's a bit easier
Yeah,
for both of us.
for sure.
TBZ is TBZ. It hasn't changed much in like 10 years.
Well, I mean, you say that, but you know, the meta is shifting a little bit. I feel like
Yeah, I mean, that's true. It's not Ling Bang Muta versus MMM all the time anymore.
yeah. You know, mech is a little bit more prominent nowadays. Lurkers and maybe making like a return or like a, you know, maybe becoming
Hellbat
a staple.
timings and stuff like that are coming back.
Yeah.
Especially with Blue Flame being cheaper. But even then, it's a lot of like relatively straightforward stuff, whereas TBT is just kind of like, okay, they both have numbers, but that one accidentally walked in the wrong spot and lost half his army. Like, who's ahead? I don't know. Just gotta wait for an invite.
Yeah, I do believe they're just doing vetoes. That's like the difference between our tournaments and the Lima League and regular tournaments. It's vetoes. But yeah, it should be a good series though. Yeah, we had a pretty good turnout this week. How many players all up? 12 players?
It was 10 actually.
10? Yeah.
No, it was 12. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 12.
Someone that I haven't seen play before, but I'm looking forward to is Paco Mike.
Mm-hmm.
He's also a GM player, from Mexico, I think.
He's from. Yeah, but he's just on standard Alpha X, so he's in normal Alpha X.
True.
Which is all over the place. Hey.
Yep. We have a lobby. The players are ready, maybe. And yeah, we're going to be getting into game 1 on Simulacrum? How do you... How do you pronounce it?
Simulacrum.
Simulacrum. Okay. Do you want to do the first one?
I mean, all right, sure. Spawning in the top left corner of Simulacrum, in the blue trunks, we have playing for Black Knight, Starmaster.
And in the bottom right, taking that last win with a nice walkover, we have representing a Chilean team, the Peruvian player, Matt.
He whispered me a couple minutes afterwards, like, yeah, my computer crashed in the middle of that game, so...
Oh. Wait, the computer...
So, new meta, computer crash into walkover. That's how you win games.
Look, hey, if it works, right? Like, just saying. But yeah, we get to follow Drup, even. Yeah, I'm having trouble with this name. It makes no sense to me. I don't... Drup, Matt?
I don't know.
May just call him Matt, not too sure. But yeah, we're seeing pretty standard openings. This building placement is quite interesting.
Yeah, he didn't wall this, like, quote unquote normally last game either.
Yeah, I mean, in the TVT, I guess it doesn't matter that much, but
He's gonna block. He's protecting his add-on from early lings.
he is. You don't really see that. I've never seen this.
Usually the add-on's part of the wall.
Yeah.
But like this takes the same number of buildings and protects your add-on. That's actually pretty smart.
It is. Huh, okay. I'm a little bit surprised that we don't see that more often, to be honest.
Like, why hasn't anybody else ever done that before?
Yeah. And the Reaper does get into the main, does get a scat off, does see that, it's pretty standard. It's nothing, there's no double gases.
He's also got an SCV patrolling for the third. That's one ling down. But the queen out, he's not really going to get to do much now.
Yeah. But he does keep the Reaper alive, which is always nice. Especially when it comes to denying the third, or delaying it, I should say. But there is a queen here as well, so... Yeah, he shouldn't be able to delay for too much longer. Oh my god! Needs to be careful though.
Meanwhile, across the map, he is going for a standard 1-1-1, a tech lab on his racks, and a reactored Hellion off the factory.
Yeah. You know what? I like it. I appreciate it.
At the same time, he has like no attempt at protection for his natural. Like his natural has no bunker, no wall,
Yeah, normally when you see a one, oh, I mean, to be fair, the Hellions are out already, and typically you try and get some map control with them, so I guess he isn't too worried.
Now he's starting the wall.
But yeah, this is looking pretty good. He's looking to transition into Bio. He's already getting Stim. Interestingly, he didn't really get anything with that 1/1/1. Like typically you see like Banshees or Liberators or something, but you know, just going for a Viking.
Starmaster went for Overlord speed and is going right into Roaches behind this.
Yeah.
The layer's already going. It's going to be done not so too long after his short drawing finishes. And Matt's going for Stim with Liberator support.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird that Starmaster chose to go Roaches after he scouted it's a 2/1/1. Or like the bio, like the double barracks.
Yeah, that it's a 1/1/1 into standard bio pressure.
Yeah. Oh, but he's gonna get his Hellion surrounded though. And they all get cleaned up.
He sees the Roach Worm, which is important.
He does. So, to be fair though, I think bio does fairly well against Roaches.
It does okay. You need a lot of like support behind it though.
For sure.
He's not gonna have any medevacs. He doesn't even have a add-on on his starport.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird to be honest. Like he is starting medevac production, but he doesn't have a reactor.
And I think that tank that he has at his natural wall is in range of like 3 or 4 Roaches. Even if Starmaster doesn't make any Ravagers, that tank is a little exposed.
Yeah, I mean, we do see that it looks like that was just a safety Roach Warren. We do have a Baneling Nest going down. Oh my god, he's attacking his third! Careful.
He's also taking a 4th base already.
Yeah. He's taking a 4th, but he's transitioning into Lingbane. Again, interesting that he threw down the Roach Warren, because like I understand that you get it like safely against 1/1/1, but he did spot the extra barracks, so it wasn't too necessary.
And not only that, it's like he went really fast layer with it.
Yeah. It's quite interesting, and we do already have a Hydralisk Den going down as well. So Starmaster being pretty greedy, like with his tech, you know, getting the Hydra Den, getting the 4th, getting a macro hatch as well.
Getting melee and armor upgrades. And Bane speed.
Yeah. So if there was ever a time to like apply pressure, now is the time for Druid Matt. Like, you know,
He's got 2 medevacs full of Marines with Stim and combat shields.
Yeah. The Ling Bane is in position, but Bane speed isn't done. None of these upgrades are done, so he could trade relatively well.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, he lost 2 Marines for two Banelings. Yeah, it's not bad.
I think he could at least mess with the creep a little bit, though.
For sure.
The creep's already towards the center of the map.
Yeah. The Liberator does get picked off at the main. He did manage to get a couple of drones, but not too many.
Wow. Hydra range is already halfway done. It's not even yet.
Yeah. To be fair, there aren't that many Banelings here. Like, he could potentially target them down, but
his 1/1 is not done yet, so I don't blame him for not wanting to fight. It finished as he picked up.
Yeah.
Drilling Claws.
Ooh, okay.
And he's making Marauders as well. This is shaping up to be interesting.
Yeah, I'm okay with this. As a Zerg player, I feel like it can be like a little bit difficult to play against mines instead of tanks. Tanks is pretty straightforward. Ooh, yeah.
Overlord.
Just need to be careful.
I also like Biotank Mine in ZBT. It is definitely one of those compositions you have to be careful with, because you have now 2 units that are very happy to put damage on your own army.
For sure.
Oof. Another Overlord kill. So Starmaster is supply blocked. He made like 5, 6, 7 Overlords to get out of it.
Yeah, and you know, he's doing all of this with just those 2 medevacs and Marines from the beginning of the game, right? Like, he's doing fairly well with his drops.
At the same time, Starmaster is currently making 50 Lings.
Jesus, yeah.
He's
And
got a macro hatch. He's got a 4th base.
he's getting ready to blow up. Like, he's already got an infestation pit. He's working on hive. Like, he's looking pretty good right now. Unless Drup does something to stop this, like, explosion.
Interestingly enough, though, like all this investment he's put in his Hydras, he's only got 3.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got 108 Lings and 3 Hydras.
Again, I feel like he's been just kind of greedy, you know, like conserving his gas and spending it on stuff like upgrades and hive and all of that. Which, you know, if he gets away with it, it's pretty good.
He's taking a 5th base at the bottom of the map. Like, he's just like, okay, I'm going to make a ton of Lings, and that will be enough to get me to where I want to go. And he's kind of right until he like goes into the minefield like that.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. He doesn't have detection.
Claws, he doesn't know those are even where that there might be more of those.
Yeah, yeah. He doesn't have it. He is morphing an overseer as we speak. So Drup does have to be careful. Like, his force here is pretty small. Like, I don't know. If I were him, I'd want. Oh, but he could get some really good mind hits though.
Oh. And he didn't lose any of his bio doing that.
Yeah, yeah, he got away. At the same time, he was pressuring the main. He did get a couple of drone kills, I believe, but it was cleaned up.
It looks like 6 or 7.
Yeah. Just need to be careful.
I don't know, that little medevac is the medevac that could. It's full of like 90% dead units. It's basically dead.
I think something that's really important is that 3-3 has just started for the Terran. Like, and 2-2 is only just finishing up for Starmaster, so there could be like a pretty significant upgrade lead eventually. And until then, there's still so many mines though. Starmaster has to be so careful. A bunch of them get wasted.
Yeah, that didn't go. I mean, he got the base, which is good. He's getting out.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Oh, but he's going for it.
Lower base is exposed.
Yeah, he does have a planetary, but there are a lot of Banes with this. Oh no!
Yeah. 13 SCVs. Starmaster does have cracklings, so 2-2 cracklings are scary.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. He is going for a drop in the main though. At the same time, he looks like he's trying to pressure in the middle of the map, but Drup just these drops, they don't have that many units. Like, he doesn't need that much to defend against them.
I mean, not only that, he just doesn't have that many units in general. Like, most of his, like, he has 24 Marauders and 3 tanks. Like, yeah. I feel like he needs more splash damage than he has. These 4 Marines and 4 mines and 3 tanks just are not enough to deal with 95 wins.
Part of it could be because, like, these 2 tanks have been at home the entire time. They haven't been, like, used in any of these pushes. So that could be part of it as to why his supply, like, he's maxed out, but his army just seems kind of small, right?
Yeah, like, his army feels small. Like, Marauders are supply heavy. Like, tanks are supply heavy. It's just, it's made his army feel smaller than it normally would be. Now, with 3-3, Marauders are pretty scary, but he's also fighting Lings with them, and that's something they're just not good at.
Yeah, I feel like something that's like with 3-3 finishing up, like this bio is going to be so strong, and at the same time, Starmaster is transitioning into ultras, but with these Marauders, oh my god, he needs to be so careful with these Banes.
Oh, that was a lot of Marauders that died to those.
Yeah. Oh my god, and the ultras are out. He does have Marauders, but he doesn't have enough to deal with the Ling Bane even.
Yeah. That was my point. It's like his army is just too small for
At the
this.
same time, though, the third is getting hit, and he's gonna lose it.
Yep. That was actually his fourth base.
It's fourth even, and the maid is getting dropped as well, but it does get cleaned up.
Now he's moved on to the natural. I mean, he's picking off parts of Star Master's army, but
Yeah.
like Star Master's, even losing that hatchery, he's still got enough to just keep going. He's
Yeah.
sitting happily on almost 80 drones.
I feel like despite having the bases, Drup doesn't have enough SCVs. Like he is starting to he's only on 67 workers. Like that's not.
I mean, he did lose 13 of them earlier, so he
True.
would have been on 80 right now.
But here comes a big push through the center. These ultras, they're just pushing through everything. The Banes as well, but there are only a couple of Banelings left. Like he's gonna run out of steam. Like it's just these ultras, and without them.
The Marauders are finally showing off their bulky nature and pushing this back.
Oh my god, look at
the BM changeling drop.
it worked. It stopped him from advancing. It was like a wall that just got thrown down. It was like force
Yeah,
fields.
because he put them on hold position instantly.
Yeah, and that actually
That was some
saved.
actually impressive micro, because that's like that's selecting all of your overseers, dropping all of those changelings, selecting them all, and then putting them on hold position in a split second.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Especially because he lost 21 workers. Like his low worker count is even lower now, and he isn't rebuilding his SCVs. Like he's stuck at this low econ, and because of that, you know, like he traded fairly well, but he's not going to be able to remax.
And I think he's like trying to rely on mules, but mules don't give you everything you need.
Yeah.
But he's making ghosts.
Yeah, I like his I think I'm okay with his composition. It's just his economy. Like he's struggling so much to rebuild his army that he's losing
He
every
does
time.
have, what is this? He has 6 orbitals online now, so that is a lot of mules.
Oh god, this bottom base, so all these Banelings.
He cannot afford to lose SCVs.
Yeah.
Although, Drew did just kill a couple of drones somewhere. Where did those die?
There are a bunch of idle drones down in the lower base as well for Star Master.
Oh, jeez. Star Master's also got infestors.
Yeah. I will say though that Drup has bought enough time to, you know, now they have comparable supplies. I would say even better because the supply count is close, but bear in mind Matt barely has any SCVs, so this is a lot of army.
That's a big run by into the natural. That is a whole lot of lanes.
Yeah, but the main armies are fighting and it looks okay for the Terran, but there just isn't enough
Oh,
here.
that Bane hit though.
Yeah.
And the Ghost Academy is in danger.
And I feel like this is it. Like, the Zerg is getting his whole army ready. He's pushing to the lower base. Does hold, though, which is quite nice.
Well, he lost, like, 100 lings doing that little run by.
Yeah. And again, look at the supplies. They're fairly even.
Do me a favor, Light. Tell me how many lings have died this game, because I don't remember the hotkey combination.
I don't know the hockey. I don't know the
God
hockey
damn it,
combination. I couldn't tell you. But again, like, this army coming out of Matt is like, it's pretty high tech. Like, he's got a couple of liberators, he's got a lot of ghosts, which would be good against like broodlords or ultras. But it looks like Star Master, he's just remaxing on Ling Bane, and I feel like Ling Bane's gonna.
A couple of investors. He's got 4 investors to support it.
Yeah, like his army is looking pretty good against what the Terran has.
And Drew also like has 1 medevac, 2 medevacs now to support his whole bio board.
Yeah. Oh, but there's this drop in the bottom though, in the south. Like there's nothing here.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of dead drones.
Oh my god. At the same time,
he just lost 10 SCVs. So it's like
yeah, and it does hurt the
damage,
Terran
but
more.
he can never claw back.
Oh my god.
Liberator's getting damage done at this base over here. It just killed more drones. It's gonna get away.
Yeah, and now here's the drop at the third again. Oh my god,
Yeah,
30
that
workers.
drop is going to die, however.
I feel like it was worth it though, for sure.
You got like 6 more drones.
But these armies clashing, I feel like this is looking really good for the Terran. Like there are no more Banelings left. It's just
Yeah,
Ling
the Banes
Hydra.
all ran into the ghosts.
Yeah.
So there's just this big bulky ball of Marauders and Mines coming.
But there are
there's just a
infestors
couple
though,
Hydras.
and they're gonna fungal everything.
Oh, that fungal
The
was
EMP!
beautiful.
That's it. That was the last fungal. Oh, he doesn't have any more energy left.
Yeah, the EMP hit all the infestors.
There's a couple of Banes left. But he's splitting up his army. He's just gonna drop at the north and the south at the same time and push in through the middle. And the Zerg doesn't have enough. He doesn't have enough Banelings to stop it. But he gets a full surround on the Terran army though.
Yeah, it's starting to slowly but surely get whittled down.
Yeah.
But that drop's gonna land and it's probably gonna kill. Yeah, these 4 Marauders are gonna power through this hatchery.
Yeah. The Zerg, he's losing his top hatchery. He's losing his bottom hatchery.
He lost an infestor for free.
Yeah, and he didn't clean up the army in the middle. Mate.
Yeah, that hatchery up north, that hatchery, he held it, but it's only got 200 health. Like, a couple of Marauders could take that no. Oh, these mules! Oh no, these are all fresh mules.
Are they
He's
dancing? He's dancing. Oh my god. That hurt though. Like, I feel like he would have been in an amazing spot if that didn't happen.
Yeah, because that would have put him on like equal economy, equal mining
Yeah.
for the first time in like 10 minutes.
But now there are
lot
ultras.
of ultras in this army.
Yeah, but they could get sniped. Like, he does have like 3-4 ghosts.
Oh, nice split on the Lings to save them from that little mine.
Oh, the investors get EMP'd. They have no
Oh
energy.
no! Oh.
Oh my god. Oh, but he still needs to split though. He can't get overconfident.
This isn't a tiny little choke. These ultras can't push into this.
Yeah, he was all the Marines, but the reinforcing Marauders are just going to clean this up. Like, Marauders do so well against Ultras.
Especially 3-3.
Yeah.
Like, yes, these ultras have 5 armor, but Marauders do 2 shots of anti-armor.
At the same time, the top right base does get denied once again with Lings, but I think that's all Star Master has. Like, the infestors get picked off as well. They don't have any energy to save themselves.
Yeah, there's 40 Lings on the map. That's his whole army. And like,
he's morphing Banes, but I don't think. Oh, they may be done just in time to run into the bio. Only a handful get made, but this isn't enough. There's 1 Ultra in production.
Nice job baiting Widowmine shots as much as he can. It's just...
Yeah, but that's it. Oh, the friendly fire on the Widowmines though. He's gonna be able to clean this up.
Clean up. There's not enough here.
Yeah.
He's gotta leave.
The Widowmine saved the Zerg.
1 burrowed Ling keeping this CC from landing. Forces a scan.
The bottom base only just now being remade. There's no top base either for the Zerg. Oh my god.
Droop's actually about to run into a serious problem. He's been muling so heavily that south base is almost completely mined out. And every time he tries to mine in the north base, it gets denied.
Yeah, he's not mining.
He has like a mining base ish.
Yeah, I just realized he doesn't have a mineral bank at all, and he's losing all his SCVs at the north to like 2 Lings.
Yeah, that's 6, 7, 8.
Like, this is his last army. He can't remake it again. But this might be it though. Like, even though this is all he has, it's still more than what Star Master has.
Yeah, and he's splitting up again. He's killing SCVs at the south, or drones at the south again. Yeah, that was quite the game.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was very back.
Bear in mind, Drup might not even be here if Shelby like didn't have to leave. Like he was already down one game, especially losing that one game that we saw today. Like I was thinking like, oh, you know, like he's a little bit outclassed, but seeing his series versus this game versus Star Master, like, oh my god, like that was crazy.
And I like how they both played atypically too. That was definitely not your normal ZVT. Like neither player wanted to really heavily dedicate to like tier 3 tech or spellcasters. They both had a few, but it was mostly Ling Bane versus like Marauders, and that's it.
Well, I feel like Drup, he was the most out there out of all of them. Like I haven't seen a Terran player go that heavy into Marauders and make it work versus Ling Bane. Like Ling Bane Hydra.
Even with the Widow, like his splash damage was the Widow Mines, but he never had more than like 4 of them.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, okay, I'm going to spread 12 Widow Mines into this engagement and force you to fight my Marauders there. No, it was like, I'm going to scatter a couple of them. I'm going to have 1 Liberator and like 2 Medivacs, and then everything else is Marauders.
Yeah. And somehow he made it work. Like he almost didn't. Like he kept losing so many like he had such a low SCV count. Like it was like Yaku was playing. Like what the hell was going on? Like make some goddamn SCVs.
Well, he was trying, but every time he did, they died.
I guess so. I feel like at a certain point he just stopped SCV production. You know, he was hovering around 40 SCVs for the longest time. But you know, with the amount of CCs he had a lot of mules. To be fair, if he had more,
dropping like 12 mules at a time, which is just disgusting.
And to be fair, like if he had more SCVs, he would have mined out faster. Like he almost didn't have any income at all towards the end of that game.
Oh yeah, like the South Planetary had 3 mineral patches, 2 of which were almost completely gone. His only other actively mining base was low on minerals on all of the patches, and then the North base, which he had, because it was an orbital, he couldn't protect it at all.
Yeah,
and that was where he was taking his damage in the late game, and that was where he desperately needed money from. If Star Master had held that last push, he would have been in a beautiful situation, no matter how much damage he took, just because Druid was just out of
money. Yeah, he couldn't afford anything else. But like the issue being, Star Master didn't know that. Like if he did know that, maybe he would have like evacuated that forward base that was being pressured and just waited as long as he could, you know, to amass as many like Ultras and Ling Bane, and eventually like whittle down the army. But yeah, he didn't know the position that Drup was in, and yeah, Drup was able to clench out that win. Like it's amazing. Just saying.
Drup's also gone offline, however, so
yeah, I mean he was having some PC issues earlier, which is a little unfortunate. Yeah, hopefully he can get his game working. I don't want to see him get walked over, especially after a game like that. Like I want to see game 2 and maybe even a game 3. Like mate.
Quirky says Shift L for units lost.
There we go. More you know. Okay, Drup is in the lobby. Just getting
If we get
set
more games
up.
like that, we're gonna be here a while. That was a 25-minute game.
Yeah.
And very easily, either one of them could have won that. That was a very nice, evenly matched game.
For sure. Yeah, even Darking saying like that was an unexpectedly like close and amazing game. It's like yeah, it was great. I still don't understand how that worked. Like
I don't either.
like not gonna lie,
how do
like
Marauders just roll over Ling Bane?
5 minutes in, seeing all those Marauders, I'm like, hey, what's he doing? This no way this works.
There's like 20 Marauders and 100 Lings with 2/2. Like,
Yeah.
huh? What?
Well, like it's important to note that a lot of it came down to like their spellcaster control as well. Like the amount of EMPs that got off on those infestors was insane. And if that didn't happen, then like, you know,
and both of them controlling units around the Widow Mines were very, very crisp as well. Like there were several moments where Starmaster just took very strong engagements over Widow Mines, but there were also very strong engagements that Drup took over them, where he just pulled the entire Ling Blade blob into like 3 Widow Mines and 60 supply just vanished.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Once again, spawning in the top right corner of the map, the blue Zerg playing for Black Knight. Hopefully doing something just as interesting this game, we have Starmaster.
And in the bottom left, we have the Peruvian Terran playing for team... Oh, I forgot the name. Sopipia, the Chilean team, representing Terran and Marauders, apparently. It is Drup, man.
And interesting walls. Like, he's doing it again.
I mean, interesting, efficient, smart, you know.
Yeah.
High IQ.
The only downside I can see to it is what the other type of walling does. Yes, it exposes your add-on, but it protects the actual building. In this case, it's kind of like a Protoss walling with their cybercore exposed. So like the barracks isn't a bit of a threat, but at the same time, it does mean you are not going to, like, if a Bane Bus comes, the barracks has a lot more HP than an add-on does.
Yeah. I mean, as in, because of the positioning, the barracks is like there's more surface area to attack it with Lings, or it's a little bit more exposed from like roach attacks or stuff like that. But I don't know. I feel like typically you rarely get into situations like that, right? Where that matters.
Right, and the rest of the time, this is just better.
Yeah, for sure. So it is just like a different approach to how you wall off your main from Terrans. But, you know, if you're a Terran player in chat, maybe this is something you want to do. Like, I don't know. Maybe you want to make Marauders versus Ling Bane Hydra. Like, it's...
And not get Concussive Shell until like 12 minutes into the game.
Look, he didn't get into it, mattered. He got it like at the same time Ultras popped out. It was
like, oh, there's Ultras. Okay, I'll get Concussive Shell. But Concussive Shell also doesn't do anything to Ultras.
That's true. Oh, it does need to be careful with this Reaper. But yeah, pretty standard opening so far from both players. Pretty reminiscent from last game, and Starmaster does get his third down. Let's just get delayed a little bit from the Terran. Oh, actually, we have a difference. Look at this. Look at the main. We've got a 1-1-1, but I imagine, unless you start Stim, He's going for Banshees.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
this
never
is
mind.
the same thing he did last
Never
game.
mind. Never mind. Yeah.
This is the exact same opener he did last game.
Yeah, it's just very fast stim, right?
Yeah, it's fast stim, and he's not going to put any add-ons on this starboard. He's going to put a Viking, and then he'll get a Liberator, and then a Medevac, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So like he gets fast stim, but I feel like this is very iffy against any early pressure, but playing against a Zerg that's taking a fast third, that's going macro for at least the start of the game, it makes sense.
Starmaster does go in with an Overlord, and he does scout it. He's still... I don't even know if there's a point to scouting, because he's still getting that safety Roach Warren. Like, he's still playing the same, regardless of what he scouts. I guess this does...
there are 2 factories. No, that's 1 factory. That's a second barracks. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. I mean...
Don't mind me.
Yeah. If he does scout another factory, like, obviously he can transition into Roaches. He does have that available to him, but it's still a little bit of a waste. Especially if you're investing in, like, early Overlord speed to get that scout off. Like, you want to be able to save, resources where you can. But yeah, I do feel like Druid,
I like this queen wall at this ramp to keep the Hellions out.
Oh yeah,
That's really nice.
for sure. It is quite nice. I mean, he already did catch a bunch of Hellions earlier, so he doesn't have to worry too much. But
Yeah, no, but it does mean that like there is one way into this whole 3 base area that doesn't involve pushing through fighting. Like
for sure.
Viking's gonna get a couple Overlord kills. Oh no, this Liberator's right over a school.
Yeah. A bit of an unlucky like shift command. Didn't know that was there. But it doesn't look like Starmaster has noticed. Oh no, okay, he's going in with his queen. He should be able to get it.
Pulled his drones out of the way and everything.
Yeah. Oh, but the Hellions get in.
Oh, that's 2 drones.
It looks like he can get 3, maybe 4.
Yep, 4 drones.
Yeah. It's pretty good. He did end up losing his Liberator though.
Well, that Liberator was pretty much guaranteed to be dead. At that point.
Yeah.
He's got Droop's got 3 orbitals up though, and going up to 5 Raxes. He's got 1/1 on the way. His combat shield's almost done.
I feel like Starmaster, his 4th is a little bit late.
Compared to last game, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. An interesting 4th to take though. Like, he does get access to that high yield gas. And especially with Starmaster's playstyle, it's going to benefit him a lot, as he does enjoy taking up early. Already
He's also getting his macro hatch already.
Yeah. He likes ramping up. I feel like Starmaster would be like vulnerable to like early aggression. Just basing off these first 2 games, like he's opened up the same.
Yeah, but at the same time, like he makes so many early lings, and he does take very defensive like postures, like blocking off that ramp with the queens and getting the fast approach wall.
Can he get the Hydra though? The Hydra den? Like this drop in the natural. He's gonna get it.
Yeah, that's gonna get it. Oh no! And these banelings are gonna have a hard time connecting too. Like it might not have killed any drones, but that's gonna delay what Starmaster wants to do for a while.
Yeah, and he was able to pick off a couple of Banes too. Like, and he didn't lose anything. He didn't lose any Marine. Like that's value.
Starmaster did manage to get 6 Hydras into production before it died, so he does have some anti-air other than Queens.
Yeah, but
more
again,
than anything, that delays the upgrades.
For sure. So these Hydras are going to be like relatively weak for the mid game. He's not going to have Hydra range or speed. Doing a fairly good job clearing creep, but
some issues getting those Marines in the second medevac.
Yeah, it does lose an entire medevac worth of Marines.
There's this one landed Viking over by the 4th base for some reason. I'm not sure what it's there for.
Oh, he's ready to. He's getting ready to do a run by. He's gonna run in. He's denying creep. Maybe.
It's out of range for that.
Yeah. Mate. Viking, please, what are you doing? Lift up so you can kill some overlords.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, this drop is in a really precarious position though.
Oh,
like these
God.
hydras are right here.
There's a huge Hydra ball right here.
Yeah.
Just like leave. No. or like dance between the high ground and the low ground there. That because of that high ground lip, you could do a lot.
Is he gonna get the infestation pit?
Oh, he is. The hive is already on production.
Oh no, he saves it.
Oh, it survives with 4 HP.
Oh my god. Wow. To be fair, if he lost it, it wouldn't have been like huge because he did already start Hive. But if Hive wasn't already on the way, that would have been amazing.
And like, all he has to do is come back later with like right here. He's coming in again.
He's gone for it. He's keen.
There's no reason not to. It's dead. Okay, I can leave now.
Yeah. At the same time, he's dropping the natural. He's trying to drop the main as well. He isn't getting.
This medvac's gonna die.
Yeah, he isn't getting many worker kills, but you know, picking off that infestation pit, it stops like infestors, right?
Yeah, those infestors that Starmaster had last game were a key part of what kept him going for a while.
Yeah. And Starmaster getting a Baneling run by ready here at the bottom of the map. It is unscattered, so he could do a lot. I don't know if he's going to try and go for SCVs or just bust down through the supply wall.
Well, considering this giant blob of Marauders just walked over here...
Yeah, and there's not many SCVs here, so they're kind of being wasted.
Oh! 6 SCV kills.
Yeah. It's not too bad. Like, I feel like if that was a full Mineral Lion, you know, he would have lost it all. So he's a bit lucky in that respect.
He's going up to his 5th base.
Yeah. Starmaster, you know, macroing up. He's got his upgrades. He's working on his Ultra Den. He's getting his Infestation Pit again. Working on his upgrades. Yeah. I do feel... Well, again, just like last game, Matt will be on 3-3 a lot faster, I assume. Like, 2-2 just finished up. Should be working on 3-3.
Also, because of that snipe on the Infestation Pit, which is still being remade, Matt's already got Ghosts out, and there aren't any Infestors, there aren't Ultras yet. Like, he's gotten to the composition he wants much faster than Starmaster.
Yeah, for sure. And he's sticking with the same composition, like heavy Marauder style.
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised, considering Starmaster is also sticking with his same composition.
Yeah.
Although this time he's made a lot more Hydras, I feel like.
Well, something that's kind of crazy. Well, I should say it's because of this Widowmine drop that just killed 15 workers. Droop is ahead in workers. Ahead by a lot.
This map, he's been able to protect his worker lines much better.
For sure. Is that Widowmine going to get another shot off? Oh, it is.
Where is it?
It is. Okay, it just gets one worker. And at the same time,
there's workers dying in the main.
Yeah.
He's not gonna. Oh, if he had focused down that spawning pool and killed Adrenal, oh, that would have been so nice. But he does get to see that. Okay, Ultras are on the way. Upgrades for Ultras and Infestors are on the way.
Something I'm a little bit worried about though is that 3-3 did start very late for the Terran. He could have started this like a minute ago. So it will be a little bit delayed, and Starmaster will have an upgrade lead when the time comes.
What is that upgrade?
Off of the Terran?
In production for the Terran. What is that?
Is that Liberator range? No, it's a fusion core upgrade.
I think that's the Medivac Afterburner and
yeah,
speed upgrade.
High capacity fuel tanks. All right.
I've never seen that icon before.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, it makes the Medivacs faster by default and gives them a better boost. But I could be wrong.
Yeah. Unlike last game, Starmaster going for this heavy Ling Bane Hydra composition, which I do favor against this Marauder style.
Oh, this run by. Oh.
19 SCVs go down.
That was a full mineral line and the gas, and he didn't even lose all of his Banelands.
Yeah, this is a pretty strong push coming in though from the Terran. It will depend on these Widowmine shots though. It's not enough.
Nope. These Hydras are pulling this up with no problem. That hurts, losing that many SCVs and his whole army like that.
Yeah, and look at the supplies. Like,
oh no, he just dropped a bunch of mules at this base.
Yeah, and that base is not long for this world. It's gonna get focused down.
Mules are dead. Star Master's just gonna. I don't think Star Master should leave. I think he should keep pressuring.
Paused.
Yeah. Matt does call for a pause. He did have a drop in the main, but it does get cleaned up. He loses his base. He's down in supply. He does
He's only down 7 workers though. That's not that bad.
Yeah, and he does have a huge bank. Actually, that may be why he called for a pause. I'm not too sure. It looks like his macro's been slipping, to be honest.
Also, like, I don't. While we're paused, I've just noticed that Star Master is taking a page out of like the Protoss handbook for drop defense, and is putting spellcasters in his mineral lines. He's got an infestor positioned as an anti-drop unit.
Yeah. It's quite nice. But I feel like Star Master was able to adapt really well, to be honest. I feel like his downfall in game 1 was taking up as fast as he did, getting out those ultras and infestors, and like Druid takes up like incredibly fast as well, and he had like the ideal composition against that. But Star Master,
the big difference is how many Hydras he's made.
Yeah.
The first game he only made like 10 total. He's got 21 in this army alone.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I mean, right? Where Star Master, like, he stayed on Lingbane Hydra a little bit longer, and that army composition I feel like favors the Zerg in this situation.
And he's gonna kill another base.
Yeah.
10 SCVs, another base, more of Drup's army spawn. He's gonna kill this orbital too, and Drup's in trouble now.
Yeah. He just lost 2 CCs, 20 SCVs. And
his third CC death in less than like 2 minutes.
Yeah. And unlike last game, like, he's got a bunch of infestors. They've got a lot of energy. He's got ultras. He's got the army he needs. I feel like he didn't even need to go back. Like, he probably could have continued pressuring, to be honest.
As Todd would say, look at the supply. Like, oh jeez.
Yeah.
He was down 60 supply there after that attack.
For sure. Matt is trying to do what he can with these drops. Again, unlike last time, here in the north there is a lot of static defense for the Zerg player.
Yeah, that's the other thing he's done to adapt, is there's static defense everywhere. It's like, okay, you want to drop me? Okay, good luck. He's chasing medevacs with Hydras. Like, this is some really, really fast adaptation to a strange playstyle. I am impressed.
For sure. I guess the one thing missing is, potentially Star Master could go Lurkers, or like take into Spire and go Broodlords.
There's not much that shoots up. With this many Marauders, like, there's not much that can kill Broodlord.
Yeah.
Not that he needs it.
The entire army gets fungled. The Ultras just get on top of everything. The Banes connect.
These depots aren't being raised.
Yeah. The Ultras may get focused down, but there's still quite a large Hydra force. It's not going to be enough, though, to clear up this Spire. This Spire can clear up everything.
Forced to cancel on a CC again.
And the fungal as well.
Oh, the EMP! Oh, there is no energy left on those infestors now.
Yeah, but now there's just pure Ling, and they're just gonna kill everything that's left. This Widowmine's about to finish up there.
The 2 tanks are enough to be able to. Oh! That Widowmine is a betrayer.
Yeah, Widowmines are fickle like that. No, sometimes they're your best friend, and sometimes they're your worst enemy.
Oh no. Oh, SCVs, you don't want to be there.
Oh god. The Ultra gets focused down, but there's still so many banelings. Oh, he's trading fairly well though. Then there's not enough energy on these infestors.
Don't have any energy either, so
Yeah, he's pushing through. Oh, but these lings, they're gonna clear everything up.
yeah, it's just like, okay, you killed that, but here's 30 supply of lings again.
Yeah. And 4 Ultralisks.
And there's so many angles for Starmaster to just keep putting pressure on this map.
Yeah, for sure. Like now he can just rotate down and hit the south base. There's nothing here. The north is being hit as well. He loses 20 SCVs. Oh god. GG. Damn.
Sideways. 45 minutes in. We've got another game.
I'm okay with this. Yeah, Starmaster adapting really well to Matt's playstyle. Like
In the meantime, Eric has taken out Bumbilla and is now moving on to the third round of the top bracket. Eggs took out Choco Carlo, and Paco Mike took out the Zerglord. So that's a lot going on. It also looks like Shelby has completely withdrawn from participation as they gave a walkover in the first round of the losers bracket.
For sure. Yeah, that lower, it's not a semis, the quarterfinals looks really good. Eggs versus Paco Mike, both GMs, like both some of the best in the region. It's gonna be an amazing series. Unfortunately, we probably won't be able to see it as we'll finish up this series, and that goes into the winner of this series versus Eric, which I would love to see.
Well, the good news is that we will go from that into whoever wins that series too.
Yeah.
So we might get another really strong series after that.
For sure. Looking at the bracket, a little bit unfortunate we don't see Ryu. Ryu was a caster favorite last time in Sentimiento Latino 78. It was the finals between Ryu and Eggs, and they went back and forth. It was an amazing ZVZ. One to see for sure if you want to check out the VODs on our YouTube channel. But yeah, here we go. We're getting into game number 3 between these two players. Take it away, Dally.
All right, spawning in for this sideways 1-1, the final match, game of this match. Blah, blah, blah. In the top left corner of the map, in the blue trunks, playing for Black Knight, we have Starmaster.
And in the bottom right, we have the Terran player, the Peruvian Terran, playing for TSOP, the Chilean team. We have Druid Matt. Read Matt? Yeah, Matt. It's Matt. And I feel like it's on our Terran player to switch things up. I don't know, like...
Yeah. Especially since, like, Starmaster adapted to what he did in the second game. If he does it a third time in a row, I feel like he's just going to get steamrolled this time. He's got to do something different, because when he did something unexpected in the first game, that's when he really pushed through.
Yeah. And I mean, not to say that it was just his playstyle that got him through the first game. Like, even in game 2, we saw him snipe the Hydrogen, for example. Like, he was doing a lot of multi-prong attacks, which we've seen this entire series. Like, he's amazing with his drops and attacking multiple places at once. But it's it's not enough. I feel like Star Master like adapted well and you know at times struggled against the drop defense, but still was enough to overall like clench out that win. You know, Druid, you know, almost getting that infestation pit earlier as well, right? Like his drops are pretty good. But yeah, like I wouldn't mind seeing like a 1-on-1 into like BCs or Banshees or something, like I don't know, something to catch him a little bit off guard.
Fast Factory. I think Drewup's going for the same build so far. Yeah, that looks the same.
Well, like the opening looks like a regular 1-1-1, right? Like
I mean, it's a little strange of a 1-1-1. Like you get those really fast Hellions, you get the factory going like within a few seconds of your CC rather than the other way around. It's like Reaper Expand into a 1-1-1 that goes for some light but very quick aggression.
Yeah. Oh, we already have a difference in openings, I guess. Matt,
This bunker's cheeky.
yeah, it's getting the bunker. Wow, okay. the Reaper goes into the bunker. Wow.
It's like, okay, what are you gonna do now, huh? Poke.
Oh, no,
Don't lose that. That's so important.
Yeah, but he does get a pretty important scout off though. Like he is checking to see if he took his gases, if he's going for like a roach all in or something off the back of this. But yeah, it does confirm, you know, no tech, regular opening.
Just in time salvaging the bunker.
Nice. And yeah.
This is a drone scout by Starmaster. When he already had an Overlord there. I'm not sure why he did that.
Yeah, maybe just being extra sure, like extra certain that you know, there isn't something cheeky coming out. But yeah, Matt going for the same opening, going for that fast stim, no add-on on the starport. The difference being the third is incredibly delayed. Could work out for him. We'll see. Starmaster though being just as what's the word? Stubborn? Still going for that roach warren, that safety roach warren. I don't like it. I really
It's like,
don't.
you know he's not going double factory.
Yeah, it's just a waste of resources.
Yeah, he's made a roach warren at this time all 3 games, and he has not made a single roach.
Does he be careful with these Hellions though? Almost gets a surround off.
Yeah, that would have been really nice. But instead, he got 1, and he did keep most of his lings alive.
Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. I don't think we've seen this before. Double armory going down.
Oh,
He's got mech. He's making 2 factories. Oh my god.
He's making 3 factories.
Mate.
He's like, okay, I'm gonna play the same way. I promise. I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah. Like he even finished. I don't even know if he finished him. He may have cancelled it, but it looked like he was doing the same thing.
Yeah, no. He has no upgrades right now. He is just straight up going for. He's even transferring his starport over to a different add-on.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know how to.
Immediately starts +1/+1 ground mech.
Yeah, and the Hellions get into the natural though. But they have low health, so they aren't gonna be able to do too much.
But here comes the roaches. These are those roaches that the safety roach horns for.
It's actually paying off. What do you know? But this almost caught Starmaster off guard. Like he does recognize what it is. He is getting roaches out. In saying that though, does he know what it is? Like he's getting 1/1 melee.
I don't think. Let me look at his vision real quick. Yeah, he has no confirmation on this whatsoever. I think those roaches were just to deal with the fact that he didn't get a surround on the Hellions.
Yeah. Like it's purely coincidental that the roaches were popping out as this mech transition was happening. He still doesn't know that it's happening. He's investing in banelings.
He is getting roach upgrades though. However, and he is making a few of them, but it's not nearly enough.
Yeah, yeah.
The fact that this engineering bay is in the natural wall should be is a tell if this Ling can run over and be like, "What you doing over here?"
Yeah.
It's tanks, it's Hellions, it's smart servos, so it's gonna be Hellbat push.
Yeah. To be fair, Banelings do fairly well against Hellbat pushes. It will depend on whether the Hellbats get split enough so the Banelings don't, explode efficiently. We'll
Here's
see.
the thing: it's going to be +1/+1 Hellbats with Hellbats with smart servos and blue flame already.
Yeah. The blue flame does get revealed, but there is a Hellbat drop at the third.
Getting a few drone kills, and it's gonna just pop back in the medevac, and off it goes.
Yeah. He gets away with it. Does only get 3 workers though, and again, like the blue flame Hellion does get revealed, so more roaches are in production.
And so did the fact that he could make Hellbats.
Yeah, very true.
So we should be seeing, there's 7 roaches in production.
7 roaches. The Hydra upgrades are on the way, so he's probably going to commit to Roach Hydra, which will do fairly well against this. Like these Hellbats, they're going to trade well against the Lings, but after that,
yeah, no, there's just way too much roach here. He did save 2 of them.
Yeah.
Killed a bunch of creep tumors.
As this is happening, more factories are getting made. He's getting tanks out. He's still sticking to this Hellbat though, Hellion style. Like there's no cyclones, which is surprising to me.
And he's going for 2/2. So it's like he's not even like setting up to go into like BC mech. This is just straight up tank Hellbat Hellion with upgrades.
Yeah, again, kind of peculiar. I don't think I'm fond of it. We'll see. I feel like,
I mean, he made almost pure Marauder work. Let's give him some room to figure things out.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like it doesn't look good, but neither did the Marauders. So I don't know. Maybe he knows something that we don't. This Liberator doing some damage, getting a couple of workers, getting set up in the main. He may get a couple more.
It looks like there's going to be a Hellbat drop right into this mineral line. The action's not there. He's going to get some drone kills. 9, 11.
12.
Oh, they're stuck on the roaches.
Oh my god. Wow.
It's like, yeah, he lost 3 of the Hellions, but so what? That was a lot of drone kills.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw that, but he does also have that upgrade that allows for the transformations to be faster. Like, he turned into a Hellbat.
He got smart servos a long time ago.
Yo,
smart servos.
Now I know that that's what it does. I heard you say that. I wasn't too sure what it meant, but that was insanely fast. I was like 1 second to transform. It's crazy. And yeah, Matt, he's expanding really well. He's banking a lot of minerals.
Like crazy.
Yeah.
Like he's already got as many bases as the Zerg, and he's taking another one. He's gonna be he's positioning to take his 6th base. The Zerg's 5th isn't even, it only just finished transforming.
Matt has to be careful though, because we do have Star Master getting a Spire already, looking to transition maybe into Mutas, maybe into Brood Lords, but he needs to start making Thors.
Look at how many Vipers are in production.
Yeah. Those are going to do so well against the tanks, like yoinking them to snipe them, or Blinding Cloud even.
Nothing Matt has made shoots up. Not a single unit.
He has a Viking. He's a single Viking. It's right there
so he
in
has
the middle.
a Viking, but he doesn't have the starport set up to like make more Vikings. He's getting 3/3, but like he doesn't have the ability to make BCs. He's not. He doesn't have any of the Cyclone upgrades.
Well, that's what I mean. Like a Thor transition is like the best bet, but he needs to like realize that this change is happening, that the Spire has been made, the Vipers are out. Like he needs to spot this, and he does have 1 Thor in his army, so there is that. Oh, but it looks like he's getting. Is he getting surrounded? Oh, this is a Roach run by.
Yeah, it's a Roach run by, but it's into like 7 tanks. Like he's producing 4 tanks at a time.
He's getting value though. He's getting quite a number of tanks. At the same time, there's a drop happening in the north base for the Zerg. Oh my god. the same time, there's a push happening in the middle of the map. There's only Hydras here, which isn't ideal.
Like, well, here's the thing. Matt was maxed out when he started this, like all of this. So losing some of the supply, if he catches the fact that there's Vipers and Mutas or Corruptors or Broodlords, that's Broodlords. That's a greater Spire.
Yeah. That's why he got rid of all the roaches. He wanted to free up some supply.
So Matt needs to realize that this is coming.
I'm worried though because
it's not going to work.
yeah, there's not that much here to protect the tanks. Like they'll just get blinding clouded. Yeah, there's no Hellions, there's no Cyclones. Like there's nothing here to protect them.
And he's just making more tanks. He's making a couple of Vikings.
Yeah, and he does push back the Hydra army a little bit, I guess, but oh my god,
He's on a time limit.
Yeah, Matt is banking so many minerals. Oh my gosh. he has 4K.
That was partially because he was maxed out until just a couple moments ago.
True.
And mech is very gas heavy and very supply heavy. Thors, he's making 3 Thors.
Yep. And he's getting fusion core, I believe. Is that a fusion core on the way? Somewhere?
Where?
What's on the most left of the production tab?
Yep, that's a fusion core.
There it is. It's in the natural.
So
okay.
Yep, he's even queued up +1 air attack in his armories. So it's like, okay, here we go. Transition. You're making Broodlords.
There's a Hellbat drop in the natural, getting a couple of workers. There's a Ling run by, but there's a planetary to the south, so he pushes that away. And here we have the Terran pushing in to the north. There's Hydras here, which is fair.
But he's trying to lose supply. Matt is trying to lose supply now.
Yeah, the blinding clouds are so good though.
But the tanks are so heavily spread out. Like, there's so many Hydras dying here.
Yeah, and like when you say that, Star Master, he doesn't have a gas bank. Like he has no gas. So this is his gas army right here. There are quite a number of Thors though, but these Hydras are going to trade really well against them. There are already some Corruptors as well.
You say that, but these are 3/3 Thors. Like,
true, very true.
3/3 Thors with their new attack speed are scary boys.
I feel like I don't think I like this Broodlord transition. I was talking about it earlier. I feel like Lurkers would be okay.
Also, I want to point out the fact that Matt is on exactly 100 SCVs.
Wow, I think
he
that's
has
the most.
21 worker lead over the Zerg.
It's the most we've seen him make SCVs, across the entire series.
Yeah.
He's looking good. He's looking really good. I'm not too sure if this is the army composition that he wants yet. He did get that fusion core. I don't know if he wants to transition into BCs, which I think will do.
No, I think he's going for Liberator Thor. Yeah, he's getting Liberator range with the fusion core.
Yeah,
this
for
is
sure.
Lib Thor.
I mean, Liberators are what he needs right now, especially against this Hydra army.
Yeah, to give him some breathing room.
For sure.
He's not leapfrogging though.
You know what I love? He has these 2 medevacs in his army, and he's getting ready to go in and drop on top of the Hydras.
Yeah, the Hellbats into the Hydra ball.
Yeah, which is very bold because they can't get sniped out of the air. At the same time, we do have.
It's like, what are those medevacs there for? You don't have anything for medevacs. What are you doing with those?
And here we go. He's going in. The Vipers get sniped though. He does get a couple blinding
there
counts.
They go. That killed a lot of Hydras.
There's only 3 Broodlords. He doesn't have enough Broodlords.
The mech army is going to die, but there's not going to be much left of the Zerg army either.
Yeah.
Look at all these PCs. Where are those going?
Yeah, what the hell? What are we doing? Oh my god.
He's got 7,000 minerals banked.
He should just make a wall of planetaries or something. Oh my god. But yeah, the big thing being that Starmaster doesn't have a gas bank. Like he's remaxing, but he's remaxing on Lings, which isn't ideal, especially if Matt is gonna make Hellbats.
Yeah, especially since like Matt can keep remaxing. It's like, okay, I'm gonna lose this base. Sure, I lost my army. Sure, but I'm rebuilding my army with no problem, and I still have 3,000 gas.
Yeah.
Now, that's just like.
Matt does lose the bottom left base, but again, like you said, it doesn't really matter. Like he can afford to lose the CC and the SCVs.
Losing those 16 SCVs is probably good for him, so he can make a couple more army.
For sure, and we do have this large engagement happening. There are a lot of Hydras, and he will be able to push through.
As things reinforce, though, he should be able to push this back. The landed Vikings are actually really scary because of the +3 armor.
Yeah, but it looks like he's going to be able to kill this planetary and maybe even the base.
Unless he doesn't notice that there's all these tanks sieging up behind him.
Yeah, but there's 2 Broodlords and nothing shoots up. The Thor, go! Thor, what are you doing? Wow, those 2 Broodlords are getting so much value. They've already killed like 3 tanks. But he lost the base.
Yeah, he lost all 3 CCs.
Yeah.
But he still has 7,000 minerals in the bank.
We say that, but he needs to be careful. Like he's starting to mine out. Like he needs a mining base.
Yeah, he just took the south again.
Yeah.
He also has 9 SCVs in this one gas extractor. In its natural.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Oh, those tanks aren't siege. Those tanks aren't siege.
He does focus down the Broodlord though, so there are no more Broodlords. It's just pure Hydra, but they're getting on top of the tanks.
Yeah, I think this might be it.
Oh, no.
Even with all these factories, you just can't make units fast enough.
You have so much money, please. Yeah, the Hydra army gets through. He's going to be able to get the CC as well. The tanks come down, but the reinforcing Lings, like, they're going to do well against this ground army.
And for the first time in the whole game, Starmaster is ahead in workers.
Yeah, he gets another base, 20 more SCVs.
They're just going to keep rotating. Yep, there we go. And I thought Starmaster was in trouble there.
I think he was. I feel like Matt. I feel like towards the end, especially, making tanks probably wasn't the answer. Like if all his factories were making Hellions, even like against Hydra Ling, like they're light units. Like Hellions with Blue Flame can do fairly well against them. More importantly, they can protect the tanks and then stop the Hydras from just like moving on top of them.
I also feel like even just like 2 or 3 battlecruisers to like, because he kept taking engagements where it was like a little bit back and forth and he couldn't really chase because his mech army was just too slow. He wasn't going battle mech. He needed something to chase wounded units around with.
Yeah.
And Liberators just are too squishy for that.
For sure. Well, GG.
Seriously. Who knows? We might see Matt again as he claws his way through the lower bracket.
That's true. There is a lower bracket, so even though these players are getting knocked out in the upper bracket, they have another chance. They can fight their way back up. It's a little bit more rough down there. It's harder as, you know, they do have to get through best of ones. But it's a best of one. Anything can happen, right?
Yeah, for sure.